In The Young and the Restless, Diane Jenkins Abbott is grappling with immense guilt over her past actions, particularly regarding her relationship with her son, Kyle Abbott. As Diane's regrets pile up, her internal struggle might push her to make some drastic decisions, potentially reshaping her future and that of her family. Longtime Y&R fans are well aware of Diane's turbulent past. Years ago, she faked her death and abandoned Kyle when he was just a child, leaving him scarred with deep resentment and abandonment issues. Now that she's back in his life, those old wounds have resurfaced. Kyle's lingering bitterness is palpable, and Diane is starting to question whether her return has done more harm than good. In the September 6th episode, Diane took a hard look at the emotional damage she's caused, both to Kyle and to Jack Abbott. She feels responsible for fracturing their father-son bond, and wonders if her decision to re-enter their lives was a mistake. Diane is now caught in a painful dilemma. Was it more damaging for Kyle when she walked out of his life, or when she walked back into it? Diane's self-esteem has plummeted to a new low, and the weight of her guilt could drive her to take drastic action. The idea of disappearing once again may start to feel like the only way to fix things. It's easy to imagine Diane leaving behind a heartfelt goodbye note, explaining her decision to leave Kyle and Jack for good. In her mind, she might believe that their lives, and especially Kyle's relationship with Jack, could heal without her presence. If Diane does decide to vanish, it would be a tough blow for the whole Abbott family, particularly Harrison Abbott, who adores his Dee Dee. Diane might try to convince herself that Harrison, too, would be better off in the long run without her complicating things. However, if Diane were to leave, it would leave Jack devastated. The idea of Diane disappearing without a trace would be an emotional shock to the core for Jack, and even Kyle might be torn. Although part of him might feel anger and resentment toward his mother for abandoning him yet again, another part could feel responsible for pushing her away. Kyle's inability to fully forgive Diane might make him feel like he contributed to her decision to disappear. This heartbreaking situation could provide the perfect opportunity for Kyle and Jack to come together. Faced with Diane's disappearance, father and son might put their differences aside and team up for a frantic search, determined to stop her from leaving for good. On the other hand, there could be an unexpected twist if Diane goes missing under more sinister circumstances. A shady character from her past could resurface, leading to suspicions that Diane didn't leave of her own accord but was perhaps forced to vanish. This would raise the stakes and heighten the drama as Kyle and Jack rush to find her before it's too late. Whatever direction the storyline takes, one thing is clear. Diane's guilt is eating away at her, and Kyle's coldness is only making things worse. If he doesn't realize the depth of his mother's emotional struggle soon, he might regret it if Diane slips away, whether by her own choice or by someone else's hand. Stay tuned to The Young and the Restless as the tension builds, and Diane's fate takes a surprising turn.